sila ang nagpasa kasi sa mga itong pag-ibig natin naman. Ayan. Di ba iniilan ko kayo consider pa to?
Excellencies, if I may call the meeting to order. Kavita, Excellencies and dear colleagues, truly on behalf of the government of Indonesia, we are deeply honored and we have great pleasure in welcoming you all to this 25th APEC ministerial meeting, one that we hope will set the setting and will lay the foundation for the successful convening of the summit that we are about to commence. Dear colleagues and friends, when we began our chairmanship of APEC earlier in January of this year, in the midst of continuing global economic turmoil, we recognize that in the face of deep regional and global challenges and opportunities, we will need to work that extra mile to ensure the success of APEC 2013 with its theme, Resilient Asia-Pacific Engine of Global Growth. We pointed out three issues that are relevant if we are to bring about a resilient Asia-Pacific region that can serve as an engine for balanced, sustainable growth with equity. First, ensuring the success of global goals through free and open trade and investment. Second, ensure that economic growth is inclusive with an eye towards equity and social justice. And third, accelerate economic growth in the Asia-Pacific region by addressing the region's need for connectivity. In this context, I am pleased to note that throughout this year, thanks to the guidance that all of you have provided, our senior officials have worked on these APEC priorities issues that are of common concern and of common interest for the region. Progress has been made on issues such as those related to the attainment of the global goals, the support for the multilateral trading system, women and the SMEs, food and energy security, health, financial inclusion, infrastructure development and investment, cross-border education, emergency responders, and travel facilitation. I am particularly pleased by the progress that has been made on an APEC framework on connectivity. This, I believe, will be a milestone to further strengthening APEC members' cooperation and regional integration. All those developments are reflected in the draft outcome document that we will be considering later tomorrow. It is our sincere hope that our work here over the next couple of days will contribute to an outcome that is tangible and that is beneficial for our people. I look forward to be working with you all to endorse the APEC 2013 Joint Ministerial Statement and Leaders' Declaration as well as the annexes. I now wish to invite my dear colleague and friend, my fellow co-chair, His Excellency Gita Wirawan, the Minister of Trade of Indonesia, to deliver his remarks and perhaps provide some information on where we are on the global goals agenda.
Thank you, Pak Marty.
distinguished ministers, Director General of the WTO, Chairman of APEC, senior officials, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to join my colleague, Mr. Martin Natalagawa, in welcoming you all to Bali. I hope that you'll enjoy your stay and have an opportunity to experience a taste of Bali outside our meeting room. As we all know, this meeting will finalize discussions on APEC's work this year and deliver recommendations to our leaders. In this regard, I would like to express our sincere thanks to senior officials as well as representatives from business sectors, academia, and international organizations that have contributed to the 2013 APEC process. Your roles are very important in enriching our discussions on imperative issues in the effort of making the Asia-Pacific more prosperous. Allow me to add some points to Mr. Natalagawa's opening remarks on our agenda for this meeting, primarily on support for the multilateral trading system and attaining the Oktober goals. At the MRT in Surabaya, we reaffirmed our commitment to strengthening a rules-based, transparent, non-discriminatory, open, and inclusive multilateral trading system, and reiterated the value and centrality of the system as embodied in the WTO. In the face of recent protectionist pressures, the WTO rules-based system plays a significant role in ensuring that markets largely stay open and trade continues to grow, although at a slower pace than recent years. We face a daunting responsibility to ensure the credibility of the multilateral trading system through a successful outcome of the MC9 in December in Bali, and subsequently work towards the conclusion of the Doha Development Agenda negotiations. APEC must play a key role by extending strong political support. Therefore, the Trade Ministers' breakout session tomorrow will consider a standalone statement on this issue for the endorsement of our leaders. On the priority of attaining the Oktober goals, it is fair to say that our 2020 target of free and open trade and investment in the Asia-Pacific is not far from where we are now. While economies have shown significant progress in achieving Oktober goals, the 2010 progress report suggested that more work remains to be done. In line with this effort, this year we worked on the issues of ensuring the equitable benefits from liberalization. The aim of this exercise is to give focus on reducing economic disparities among economies and improving the economic and social well-being of our people. To advance this priority, we propose to wrap up our work this year by reiterating our commitments to the principles of 1994 Bohol Declaration and the Yokohama Vision of 2010. Take into account resilience, inclusiveness, connectivity, equity, secure, and sustainability, or spelt RICES, in furthering our work. This is to be reflected in the Leaders' Declaration, for which we seek the full support from all member economies. Colleague ministers, Director General of the WTO, senior officials, ladies and gentlemen. In summary, I'm confident that we will have a positive and constructive discussion tomorrow. I believe that this year's deliverables could be considered as yet another milestone for APEC's future work, which contributes to world economic growth, job creation, integration, and most importantly, prosperity enjoyed by all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pajita, for your remarks. And with that, I hereby declare the meeting open. Dear colleagues and friends, you have before you a draft agenda for our meeting over the next 2 days. In this regard, please allow me to briefly explain the arrangements of our meeting. But before I do so, I'd like to invite our colleagues from the media to